Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the fourth pre-conference workshop of the FETSAC 2026. Today, we are honored to have Dr. S.N.C.M. Dias with us. She is the senior lecturer and the director of the Career Guidance Unit at the Open University of Sri Lanka. Madam, we are very grateful for your presence today. I most respectively invite you to conduct the session on engineering career pathways. Over to you.
Thank you very much. I hope you all can hear me. A quick response would be nice. Can you all hear me in the Zoom participants? Yes? Oh, that's fine. All right. Okay, then we'll start. Okay, thank you very much. So I think I don't have to introduce myself. So we can move on. So today I'll be talking about the engineering career pathways from degree to impact, where you can yes, please. So where you can think of your degree and how you can work on that, and maybe you want to explore the industry, maybe you want to work on the research sector, or maybe on the entrepreneurial and emerging fields. So okay, so before we start, I would just like you to do a small activity, but unfortunately, I don't have a whiteboard here, or maybe the Zoom participants can also join. So I want you to just, it's just like a small game. So one word career. So in one word, you have to explain what is your dream career. So anything that comes to your mind. So just, I'll give you like 10 seconds and then you come up with just a few words like what do you want to do? Maybe an engineer, maybe a researcher, just give me some words. So we'll just talk then. So we can get the responses from the Zoom participants. Maybe you can put the words into the chat. Maybe the physical participants can just give the ideas like one word about your dream career. What do you want to become? Maybe a researcher, maybe an innovator, inventor, entrepreneur, anything. Just tell me just one word. I don't ask you to come and write up a book, but just tell me. So later on, we'll move it and we'll try to group it into different pathway models. We'll see because I don't have the board here. What do you want to be? Engineer? Okay. Sorry? Entrepreneur. Yeah. Engineer. Engineer. Patient. Great. Okay. So the objectives of the workshop. So let's see whether the participants in the Zoom whether they have put this back or not back. Okay. No responses related. Not messages. All right, so no responses from the chat. So we'll see what kind of objectives that I will cover. So I want you to expose to diverse engineering career pathways, what are the available opportunities, in different disciplines, maybe the industry, maybe the research or academia. And also, I want you to highlight the interdisciplinary and emerging careers, what are the available opportunities, and also to give an introduction to the career guidance and its services. And also to strengthen the industry entrepreneurship and employment awareness. So you need to have an idea about the world of work, how it is changing, how it will be changing in another 5 years or 10 years time, and what kind of skills that you have to develop together with that. Oh, this is not much. Okay, so this will be the content that will be covering. So introduction to engineering careers, and then the world of work in the engineering context only because it's more relevant to you. And then the engineering career pathways framework and the skill mapping and gap analysis. So that will be an activity for you to do. Okay. It's not working. Okay. So if you look into the engineering careers in a rapidly changing world, this is very much changing. So it's very dynamic because you cannot focus on one engineering pathway nowadays because even if you go to the industry or maybe if you go to the research or the entrepreneurship or as in the public sector, it's very dynamic. And because the global and the local market trends are changing rapidly, and also there's a role to play in the sustainability in terms of the digitalization and also in terms of the artificial intelligence. So one degree could lead to multiple career pathways. Okay, so engineering careers, I would say that they are no longer linear. Why? Because what does the career? Linear career means? That means in the past, so an engineering career often linked, it looked like a straight ladder. So maybe for them it would be was a straight ladder. But maybe for you, it's not, because if I give you an example, so graduate as an engineer, so maybe you can join a company, maybe in a civil engineering or electrical or mechanical, and then you can promote to and become a senior engineer, and then, okay, you can become a manager in that particular company, and also you can retire in the same field. So that was the linear pathway, linear career ladder. So one field, one direction, and predictable steps. But the new reality is that the engineers, they move across the roles, they develop the skills, and they move in between different industries. So as you said, so you want to become an engineer, and at the same time, you want to become an entrepreneur. So, and even you can change the careers over time. So this is how nowadays. So I think this should be good. Okay, so what it looks like now, that is a non-linear career, I would say. So today the engineering careers are more like a network or a pathway of network. So it's not a straight line. So why I say like that? Because an engineer might switch roles. So maybe a civil engineer, you graduate as a civil engineer, maybe you can change your career as a data analysis, and then maybe you can become a sustainability consultant. Or as maybe the mechanical engineer can move to the robotics, and then he can become an AI systems engineer. So you can switch the roles, and at the same time, you can switch the industries. So that means the construction to renewable energy, maybe the manufacturing to software technology, or as engineering to entrepreneurship, as he said. Okay, so not only that, maybe you can add new skill layers to you, so that engineering plus the AI, artificial intelligence, or engineering plus business. So engineer at the same time, he can develop the business skills, and then he can become an entrepreneur or as a businessman. And maybe the civil engineer could learn about environmental science, and he can change his job roles, or engineers can also learn about the data science, data analytics, and then he can improve or maybe you can add the skill layers to you. And then also you can take breaks. That means maybe you can go for higher studies. So you complete your degree and then go for higher studies, do your master's, or maybe if you want to go in the academic pathway, you can do a PhD and then come back again. You can switch to the entrepreneurial world or anything. And also you can start a business, or maybe you can move to research or as policy development and so on. So you can work internationally as well. Okay. And so why this is happening? Because the technology is changing so fast. We have AI, we have automation, we have digital tools constantly that create new roles. So I'll be talking about digital tools in a few minutes time. So the skills matter more than the job titles. So we really have to focus on this, because this is why I'm also working a lot in the career guidance, because we want to improve the skills, because I always get the responses from the industry saying that we have superb graduates in every field, but when it comes to the work, when they go for the interviews, and they are lacking the soft skills. So they are so much reluctant to hire our students, because the students, the graduates, are lacking the skills, soft skills. Because you have the hard skills, you develop the hard skills to your graduation, but the soft skills are lacking. This is, I'm not particularly talking about the USL, but in general for the other university students also, it's the same. So most of the time when you go for an interview, the employers, they are not asking about what is your degree, but instead they will ask, what can you do? This is how the interviews are changed. So, and also the industries are merging. Maybe if I give some examples like engineering plus IT, smart systems or engineering and environment, maybe the climate technology, and also agri-tech, so agriculture and the engineers. So engineers plus agriculture. So agriculturists, they cannot work alone now, because they are lacking the technological skills, so that they have to work together with the engineers, and then you can maybe digital technology or digital agriculture. So agriculture technologies in that way. So lifelong learning is very normal now. So this is where our WSL also plays a big role, lifelong learning. So engineers must keep upgrading skills every few years. So I don't say every few years, but maybe every day, if you can upgrade yourself. So I'll give you some tips at the end, what you can do to keep yourself upgrade. So just this is just an easy way that you can understand. So you can imagine that old career would be like a train track. So there's a one fixed line and there's one destination. Yeah. But in the modern engineering career, so it's like a GPS navigation. So you know the destination, final destination is there, but there are so many pathways that you can reach the final destination. So this is the main difference between, that's why I thought that this is not the linear, but this is like a pathway or whatever. Yeah. So you can change the direction, you can take shortcuts, or else you can explore new routes, or else you can reach the same goal in different ways. So why this matters for engineering students, for you? Because it means that your first job is not your final identity. So you can become a civil engineer, you can become a mechanical engineer, agricultural engineer, whatever, but this is not going to be your final identity. Sorry. Now I'm in trouble. Okay, the second one is you can redesign your career multiple times. So you become a civil engineer or a mechanical engineer, but time to time you can redesign, because you can improve your skills and so on. And then it is flexible, because the flexibility is more valuable than sticking to one path. You will understand them later on, but I'm just telling you. So from here onwards, I think I just wanted to show you how the world of work in the engineering context would change. So what is the world of work? Any of you have any idea what do you mean by world of work? What is meant by world of work? You can talk in Sinhala, not in that. World of work. So in Sinhala, it's called medal. Okay. Look at the medal. Okay. Just feel free. There's nothing like right or wrong answers. You can just express your ideas. I mean, in your words, what do you understand by world of work? Any answers from the Zoom participants? What do you mean by world of work? Good mind, can huh? Then okay, can Oh, you are in a technological world, so you have to, you can Google, you can ask ChatGPT, tell me. What is world of work? Wala yan. Phone එක තියෙනවනේ. Smart phone එකක් තියෙනවනේ. නේද? එතන නේද? හා? මොකද ලෙඩ ලෙඩ This talk, this is a workshop, this is not a lecture though. You can talk about the world of work. Women? Is there anything in the world of work or not? That is okay कि हम condition. This world of work. Very loud. What is the definition? How do we? So fast, faster than me. The world of working. Any responses from the Zoom participants? So you graduate, then you are in the world of work. It's fine, you can tell me. Okay. Everything related to? Everything related to jobs and employment. That is the world of work. So why it is important to learn about the world of work? For you, I mean, why it is important to know about the world of work? Have you heard about this before? No. Are there? Huh? Aladino. But why it is important then? Survival. Okay. What else? Now you have to enter the world of work and then you have to work and then survive. Survive. Okay. Another answer. Now the jobs are changing, employment changing. Now you want to learn about the emerging jobs. What are the emerging fields? Now you, or most of you are scared of AI and say that okay, AI would replace the human beings. So to know whether it would completely replace or what kind of jobs will be available for human beings, so you have to learn about the world of work. Yeah. How the job trends would be changed. Like in the engineering field, what are the emerging jobs? What are the trends in that? So you need to learn about world of work. How do you get that information? So I'll show you how you can get that information. So I have collected some information from sources. And then I have collected and I brought it here also. So you have to understand the modern engineering workplace, how it changes and what are the requirements, what are the skills that you have to prepare and so on. So work is no longer one employer for life, entire life, and one fixed job role is not there. And also there is no one physical location. Nowadays, after Corona and all, after the pandemic, so now we are working in the hybrid mode, maybe fully online, IT sector fully online. So there is no one physical location. And the today's engineers, they work in projects, they work in teams and they are networking and also working in the multidisciplinary environment. So engineers are not alone working in the silos. They are working with the agriculturists, they are working with the artists, social sciences, they work together. Okay. And they also work in the local and global context. So maybe you are physically in a particular country, but maybe you're working for the other clients in other countries. And then the physical and digital workplaces in a mixture. Okay. So how the engineering work has changed then and now. So then the fixed job descriptions were there and there were discipline specific roles were there and manual and routine tasks were there. And also the organizations, if you look into the organizations, they were very hierarchical. So there are layers. But nowadays, the flexible and evolving roles are there and the cross-disciplinary teams are working together and the automation and AI support is there. And also we are working on project-based and outcome-driven work. So if you look into the places where the engineers actually would work, so they would work in the construction site and field locations, especially for the civil engineering, environmental fields, and so on. Or else they could work in factories and the production floors, mechanical engineers and other engineers, electrical engineers, and so on. Or else they could work in the laboratories and the research centers. They can come up with new innovations and so on. Or else the offices and the design studios, maybe the remotely or hybrid or global teams work together, or as you mentioned, so the startups or the innovation hubs. So you can work in any of these places. So I just wanted to give you some examples by different disciplines. So just focusing on the specializations available at the Open University, I thought of giving you examples so that it will be more familiar and more easy to understand. So if you look into the agricultural and plantation engineering, so there are field-based problem solving jobs available, or as you can work with the farmers in the field, or you can become a policy maker. Maybe they can work in the NGOs, not only in the NGOs, but also in the NGOs, international NGOs, or as climate and weather dependent work and increasing use of sensors, data and automation, so digital agricultural fields. And if you take the civil engineering, so it's project-based, deadline-driven work that you have, and the site management and stakeholder coordination, or as the regulatory and safety focused environment. So if you have any questions, just stop me and ask, okay? And when we come to the textile and apparel technology, so industry-driven jobs are there, or as the global supply chains where you can work, and the sustainability and compliance pressures, and also innovation in the materials and processes. And then mathematics and philosophy of engineering, so the system thinking and the modeling, and also they can more work on the ethics and also risk and decision making and policy governance and AI ethics roles, and also at the advisory capacity and analytical work. And then the mechanical and mechatronics. So designing and testing would be one area, maybe working with automation and robotics, or as manufacturing and digital integration, and continuous upskilling is required for these fields. And also the electrical and computer engineering is a fast changing technology, fast changing landscape, technology landscape is there, so that software hardware integration might be important. And also you have to work remotely or globally, or maybe there are many opportunities in both fields, like freelance opportunities out there, and cybersecurity and AI driven work. So if you go beyond academics, you go beyond your degree. So the employers, as I mentioned, so they expect engineers who can communicate clear. So they are really looking into the soft skills, and also who can work in teams. So this teamwork is also very much lacking in the students, and also who can solve the real world problems, not only focusing on theory, and also who can adapt to change and use digital tools and think ethically and sustainably. So that means the technical knowledge is essential, but not sufficient. Means hard skills you can develop through your degree program, but the soft skills are really, really important. They play a key role when you go to face an interview, and then when they select, so they are looking into all these skills, soft skills. So that's why I mentioned, so technical knowledge is essential, it's important, but it's not sufficient. So the employers, they commonly say that the graduates know theory, but lack of workplace readiness, because they are lacking those soft skills. And also communication and attitude matters, because the students, they are with the habit of working alone. Maybe you don't develop the teamwork. That's skill is lacking. So the attitude might also be changed, because you don't like to share. I'm not referring to you, but in general, the students, they are not interested into sharing, because nowadays they like to work individually, and then they develop whatever and they complete their degrees. So it's a matter of their attitude, and also the ability to learn is more important than what you already know. And we hire for skills but promote for behavior. So these are the general or common statements that the employers would nowadays say. So what students you can or you should do during your degree, so you can engage in internships and also in industry projects or real world problems you can solve. And also you can participate in teamwork and leadership roles, and develop communication and presentation skills, and build digital and analytical skills. And also you can understand the workplace ethics and the professionalism. So these are coming under the soft skill development. So any questions so far? Anything that you did not understand or you want me to explain again? No? Understood everything? Huh? Did you understand everything? Oh no. 0, 100%. Huh? You want me to explain in single? No? No? If yes, tell me. Okay. So I think I mentioned about the digital tools several times. So what is meant by a digital tool and what are the different types of digital tools available and what you can do. So I just wanted to give you some examples for different types of digital tools and what are their uses. So I think I can share this presentation with you. Yes. I'll share the presentation with you all and I'll share my contact details or whenever you have doubts or anything, just ask me. So digital tools are they are used to simplify the tasks and improve the teamwork and boost productivity in both work and learning environment. So they are grouped into different types based on what they help you to do. So these are the main types. I have included several other. So the first type is a productivity tool. That means these help to manage your task and time and documents. So examples I have included, maybe some of you are using this Google Workspace, Microsoft Office, and the Notion. So mainly they are using for the writing documents, taking notes, and also scheduling tasks and organizing work. And the second type is about the communication and collaboration tool. So that is, they are to support real-time messaging, meetings, and teamwork. So you are very much familiar with Zoom and also Microsoft Teams and Slack. I don't think that you are familiar with that, but just Google and find it. What it is, and maybe you can have a comparison between these tools and you can select which one is more familiar. Sometimes they are not freely available. And so that is mainly for the video calls, chatting, sharing files, and also working together remotely. The third type is data analytics and the reporting tools. So these tools, they analyze and present the data to support better decisions. So the Google Analytics is there, and also Power BI and Tableau, they are using for the track performance and creating report. Maybe you might have worked in this software and also to spot the trends. The fourth one is about the marketing and social media tools. So that is to manage campaigns and also online presence. So these are the some of the examples: MailChimp, HubSpot, and the Buffer. So they are mainly used for the plans post and also to set mails and track marketing performance. So this is more or less using in the marketing and social. And then the e-commerce and CRM tools. So there are so many other tools, digital tools, which are more or less relevant to your field, but some might not be relevant to you, but I have just listed for you to just go through and understand. And these are used to handle sales and customer relationships. So they are like Shopify and so on. So I don't think that it's more interesting for you, but maybe if you want to become an entrepreneur or a businessman, plus engineer, so those might be useful. And then the cloud storage and file management tools. So that is, as the word implies, so it's to store and organize the files online. Google Drive is there, Dropbox is there, OneDrive is, everything is there, so you know it. And then the educational and learning tools. So just to support the online learning and training, Moodle is there, Kahoot is there, Coursera is there, and many other online platforms are also there. Have anyone used the Coursera courses? Have you followed? What kind of course are you? What was it? Sorry? Engineering related courses. Yeah, there are so many courses like soft skill related courses, engineering, whatever the field that you want to explore and learn. So there are Coursera, and also there's another platform, FutureLearn. FutureLearn, no? FutureLearn, yes. FutureLearn is there, or else the very good one is there, Udemy. So Udemy, yeah. I think it's a paid one. No? So if we look into the bigger picture, so big picture, that means what is changing globally. So I told you that how you can get the information about the world of work. So that is, there are reports, annual reports available. One is from the World Economic Forum, WEF report, annual reports. They are giving all the information. So it's a very big document about the world of work globally. And also, so this is called the Future of Jobs report. And also Coursera, they are having a Coursera report. that is also predicting and showing what kind of jobs are coming in the next 5 to 10 years. Yeah, so that try to go through it. It's a very comprehensive document, but you can read and understand which fields are relevant to you. Then you can go through and see, okay, these jobs are emerging so that I can improve my skills on this field. So according to this report, so it says 22% of current jobs will change or else they will disappear by 2030. So in 4 years' time, 22% of the current jobs will be disappeared. But this is good because 170 million new jobs will be created globally and 92 million jobs will be displaced. So the difference gives like 78 million jobs. So there's a net increase of 78 million jobs. So you don't have to fear about the AI or anything. There will be an increase in the jobs. Okay. And about 40% of job skills will change. What you have to do is there's an increase in the jobs, but you have to increase your skills as well. Because the skill set that the employers are looking also changing. Why the world of work is changing, so the skills required for that job, that is also changing. So you have to continuously improve your soft skills. And 63% of employers say skill gaps are their biggest barrier. So this is according to the research and the reports. I'm not saying that, but this is what is happening in the world. So engineering jobs are not disappearing. You don't have to worry. They are rapidly evolving into AI augmented, data-driven, and sustainability-focused roles. So even this sentence says that what you have to focus. You have to focus on AI, data-driven, data analytics. You have to focus on, and also any field we are focusing on the sustainability. Just go through this report, and you can understand how the world of work is changing. So I just wanted to give you some examples. What are the engineering fields that will grow the fastest? So first one is AI, data, and software engineering. So of course we all know. So this is the fastest growing engineering domain globally, not locally, but globally. So what are the roles expanding? So I just got this information from this WEF report, World Economic Forum. So AI, ML engineer, then the data engineer, software developer, cybersecurity engineer, and the robotic engineers. I'm not going to explain about these because it will be too much. And why? Because AI and big data, they are among the top fastest growing skills areas. And also 86% of the employers, they expect AI to transform business models. So this is again according to the report. Sorry. And then there's a massive investment in automation and digital systems. On daily basis, I get calls from the industry and they are asking our students where they can work on like automation for these existing companies. So like mechanical engineers, electrical, telecommunication, but I cannot find it. So think of these job areas and then try to improve your skills because you can't say that there are no jobs. There are so many jobs because I know that I'm working with the students and I'm working with the industry. On daily basis, I get emails, calls, and asking for students. But when I try to match your CVs, I get the CVs, but I can't match it. Why? Because you are lacking some of the skills. You have the degree, but you can't match the requirements. So just look into the job descriptions, look into these reports, and see what are the areas that I have to improve. Just think of that. And the second area is the electrical energy and the renewable engineering. So this is again a very hot topic now. So the roles expanding renewable energy engineers. So you know what is the real problem currently we are having. So if you don't have the fuel, so what will be the future? And the energy systems engineer, smart grid engineer, and also battery storage system. So this is also really, really expanding area, battery storage. So see whether you can specialize in all these areas or one of these areas. Why it is important? Because the global green transition is a major job driver, and also the governments and the industries, they are shifting to net zero systems. Global warming and all those things are there, environmental issues. And the infrastructure electrification, so maybe the EVs or the smart grid. So this is one of the most stable and the long-term engineering pathway in next 10 years. And then the civil and the infrastructure. So it's again an evolving field. So smart infrastructure engineer, sustainable construction engineer, climate resilient infrastructure designer, and the BIMS, that means Building Information Modeling Specialist. So this is again why, because the urbanization and the climate adaptation demand is there, and also we are focusing on the smart cities and the digital construction tools. So the traditional civil engineering is shifting towards the digital, sustainable, and data-driven infrastructure engineering. So if you are working in the civil engineering, maybe you can focus on those areas. And then the robotics, mechatronics, and automation, I think I don't have to explain. You understand why it is important. So the robotic systems engineer and industrial automation engineer, or as the autonomous systems engineer, maybe who can work in the drone with the drones and vehicles, and also IoT engineering. These are important areas. And this is also important, environmental and sustainability engineering, like carbon accounting. We are talking about the global change, carbon emissions and how we can reduce the carbon emissions, and also climate tech engineer and waste to energy engineers and circular economy systems engineer. So those are the emerging fields. Or if you go through the Coursera report or as well the Economic Forum report, you can identify those areas. So I just extracted and brought it to you here. So the skills that the engineers will need in next 10 years from 2025 to 35. So the World Economic Forum, they have identified a hybrid skill set, that is technical, human, and adaptive skills. Okay, not only the technical, but not only the human, but also as a mixture. So the technical skills, these are the most important growth area, that is AI and machine learning, and the data analysis and big data programming, so like Python or C++ or R, and also cybersecurity and IoT and embedded systems and digital twins and the simulation tools. And again, it is equally important to look into the human and cognitive skills, that means analytical thinking and the problem solving skills and the system thinking, creativity and innovation, and also leadership and collaboration and adaptability and resilience. So World Economic Forum, they highlight that these are not becoming less important, they are becoming more important alongside the AI. Yeah. So according to World Economic Forum report and also the Coursera annual report and the industry insight. So as a summary, they say that the lifelong learning or the adaptability is the single most important career skill for the next decade. That's the most important thing. So this is strongly emphasized across global workforce reports and media discussions, along with this WEF findings. So I think OUSL is the best place for that. You have the lifelong learning. And so now this could be a big, sometimes you might be all the time thinking whether or how AI will change the engineering work. So AI will not replace the engineers, okay? It will automate the routine calculations and the drafting. And also it will assist the design automation, optimization, and also generate simulations and predictions and improve diagnostics and monitoring. So I have just given some examples what it will do in different fields, like if you take civil engineers, so they use AI for structural optimization. And the electrical engineers, they can use AI for grid forecasting, and the software engineers, they can co-develop with AI coding tools. So as a result, the engineers can shift, or they will shift from the manual design work to AI supervised system design and decision making. So this is what will happen with the AI. It's not going to replace everything 100%. Okay. And I think this is just summary. So the engineering roles that will be highly in demand. So within this 5 years, so there will be high demand in hybrid roles like AI and engineering systems designer, or as a smart infrastructure design and renewable energy systems architect, robotic integration engineer, and then the climate risk infrastructure engineer, data-driven manufacturing engineer. So this might be too complex for you, but just Google and find what it means and what kind of skills are needed for that, yeah, along with your degree. So specifically, if you focus on Sri Lanka, so implication for Sri Lanka, this will be important for you if you plan to work in Sri Lanka in local environments. So there's a strong demand in renewable energy and also infrastructure modernization, and also growth in IT, so outsourcing and the software engineering, and then the emerging opportunity in the agri-tech engineering, as I mentioned, so agriculture plus technology. Because Not only that, but also about the smart irrigation, climate resilient agriculture, and the IoT system. So we can automate the agricultural systems, fertilization, irrigation, and everything. So that's a very good opportunity for you to work in those areas. So the key takeaway is the engineering profession in the next 5 to 10 years will shift from designing systems manually to designing, trading, and managing intelligent, sustainable systems, which is powered by AI and data. So this will be the shift. So you have to be ready with that shift. Okay. So this is just an activity that I want you to do. Shall we do it? Unfortunately for the Zoom participants, there will be no chance that they can join, but they'll have a look. So I'll ask questions. Yeah, I have something. I'll just quickly ask questions. I have somebody with me. So that. It's for video. Okay. So this is tech. Okay. So look at him. So it's like he has no eyes. They can see. Yeah. Video is on. Okay, it's on. It's on. Yeah. So it has no eyes. Maybe they can also see. Yeah. It has no eyes. So you assume that he's like gone blind. But what I do is, okay, I'll pass it to someone randomly. Okay. And I ask a quick question. So you have to answer that question and try to someone so back. And it's from the answer. Alright? Okay, do we set? Maybe okay. Which engineering field interest is going to most? You can pass somebody else. Yeah. Yeah. Do you prefer industrial research or entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship. You can pass it to someone else. This side also there are. Got it? Okay, what skills do you think is most important for engineers? Yes. Okay, you can pass it to someone else. What innovation excites you most? Maybe something that you've experienced or that you have seen. And something new innovation, of course, most interesting for you or excited me. Maybe a Tesla car or something like that. Electric vehicles. It's very good. Which job you want to do? Ready to do. Describe which job you want to do. Dream job. Is your dream after the okay. Already there's no possible. You have to mention one skill that you want to learn this. One skill that you want to learn this. Very simple. Skills. Okay. So that you can see that different people have different goals, different expectations, different areas that they are want to increase their skills. So This is exactly why the structured career planning and also the career guidance is required. Yeah, we look into those areas. So I just wanted to make you feel a bit energetic. So want to stand up, you can do that. You feel sleepy? Okay. So I just wanted to introduce this career pathways framework. So it's going to be like a 6 career pathway model, where there is the first pathway model is industry and professional practice, and the second one is research and academia, where some of you want to work, and the entrepreneurship and startups, or else the public sector and policy development, and the sustainability and green careers, and the last one is the global multidisciplinary careers. So what I expect is the outcome should be that you should gain a shared language to think about the careers available, and then what would be the suitable career path for you. Because you can't work in all these areas, maybe few areas you can work because you can improve your skills, switch your roles and all, change the industry that you can do. So I actually expected more students to participate so that I can do this as a teamwork. But since there are less participants, so what I want you to do is like you just try to identify your study field and the specialization, maybe civil law, agriculture, or anything, and then try to write what are the career pathways or what are the opportunities available in the industry, research, entrepreneurship, public sector, sustainability, and the global. So I'll give you like 10 minutes just to take a piece of paper and do it. Yeah. Shall we do like individual? You have a pen? No. No paper and pen? You didn't print? No. So later on, I'll give you an example so that you can understand. Maybe I can do some. Yeah. I think that was suppose if you want to work in the industry, what kind of pathways are there? What are the available opportunities? What fields are there? Take your specialization, civil or agriculture, mechanical or whatever interested field that you are planning to work on or study. For each and everything, you have to write maybe several answers, one or two. And I'll show you an example so that you can do it leisurely and understand. Into the industry, it's based on business. Industry. Anybody wants to present your ideas? Yeah. Oh. Yes. I don't know. Then I'll show you an example so that we can try and take. Yeah. Just an example. You need more time? Right, or should I show you an example? Yeah. Okay, so I just selected this agriculture engineering because that is my background, so it's easy for me to write. So in the agriculture engineering, so industry, so agri-tech firms are there, and then irrigation projects are there, all as food processing are there. And the research, climate smart agriculture, greenhouse gas mitigation, and then entrepreneurship, smart farming, and sensors development. So that is entrepreneurship. In the public sector, irrigation department, Mahavali Authority, or Central Environmental Authority, such kind of places are there, or Ministry of Agriculture. And then the sustainability agrivoltaics. So you might have heard about agrivoltaics. That means where you can integrate the solar system or solar energy harvesting into with agriculture. Might have heard about it. Agrivoltaics? No. So you have an agricultural field. You have the agricultural field. Let's suppose now it's going to be maybe tea cultivation. On top of the tea cultivation, you can have the solar panels. So you provide the solar energy for the plant growth as well. But you try to optimize the system by introducing the solar systems into that. You're not harming or damaging the crop production, but at the same time, you use the solar energy. So that is called the agrivoltaic. So it's an emerging field in Sri Lanka, but in European countries, it's already there. And then water, energy, food nexus, so work together as a whole. And the global, so maybe Food and Agriculture Organization projects are there, non-governmental organization or remote data analysis. So this is just an example. So you can similarly select your field of study or the specific area and then see what are the available options. Civil engineering you have to do with the mechanical. So maybe later on, if you want, I can give some examples, but it's better that you work on it so that you can read, Google it, internet, and then find it. Yeah. Okay. So this is just the interdisciplinary and emerging careers. So that means careers beyond department boundaries. So we talk about agriculture, civil, mechanical, and so on. But if you look into the careers which are beyond the department boundaries, so examples, smart agriculture and agri-robotics. So where you integrate the agriculture into the mechanical or mechatronics. And then the renewable energy and the energy systems, sustainable construction and green buildings. And then the smart textiles and the circular fashion. And again, AI data and the digital engineering ethics, policy, and sustainability leadership. So where the mathematics and philosophy and all those areas come in. And there are careers that don't belong to one department. That means again, these. So renewable energy systems, if you take the renewable energy system, so electrical engineers should be there and the mechanical engineers should work there and also the civil engineers should work there. So together. And then the smart agriculture, agriculturist is there, and then the mechatronics and the computer perception. Sustainable textiles, so textile chemistry and the engineering ethics. So they all have to work. And the AI for engineering design, computer and mechanical, and climate policy and ESG. So the engineering and philosophy and stuff. So this is where the philosophy and engineering fits beautifully because we are talking about the policies and the ESGs. And so from here onwards, I just wanted to introduce the career guidance unit where I work part-time. So because you mentioned about your expectations, what areas that you want to improve your skills and so on. I'm not focusing on the hard skills that you want to focus, but about the soft skills, which is the main role of the career guidance unit. So I will just introduce the career guidance unit across the students' lifestyle, what we are doing and what kind of support that we are giving to the students, and also how we prepare the students for employability, leadership, and the impact. So these are the services that we offer. So we have a career guidance counseling, not the psychological counseling, that is different. And pathway planning and so the counseling unit is already there, but we have not officially started. But whenever students come, so I do the counseling part. And the industry collaboration and career exposure. So we have the industry partnerships across the engineering sectors, again with the other industries as well, other sectors as well. We conduct guest lectures and industry mentoring. And also we are conducting annual career fairs and sector focused industry days because sometimes MAs and so on, they are asking whether we can have an open day only for our students because they are really interested about our students, our graduates. And also employee engagement with the departments. And also, as you mentioned, so you are interested about the entrepreneurship and innovation activities. So we are not only focusing about the students who are interested to work in a office environment, but also students who want to come up with their startups and focus on entrepreneurship. So we have had entrepreneurship days and startup business idea pitching competitions. We had 2, and also innovation showcases at the university. We had it like 2 years ago. And then we give the guidance on incubation and funding. What are the available opportunities for funding and what are the other places that you want to go? And because if you want to come up with a product, then you need some support from the industry and so on. And also we link to national and external support programs. So these are the things that we do. And also the soft skills and professional development. So we conduct monthly workshops on communication and presentation skills, leadership and teamwork. So all the resource persons, they are coming from the industry and they conduct the workshops on basically on the online mode because our student participation is less in the physical. So you can participate in those. And if you want to come up with this good CV, so I'm there to support at the career guidance unit or else you can follow up all these workshop recordings are there. And also we are conducting annual workshops, monthly workshops, and then you can get the support from that. What are the updates, what you have to improve in the CV writing, what are the available formats, and what not to include in the motivation letter and so on. And also it's better that you have a LinkedIn profile. So this is really, really important because industries nowadays, they are looking more into the LinkedIn profile. It's very important like the Facebook profile, but I would say it's more important than the Facebook profile, just to keep it very professional and keep it up to date because they look into your LinkedIn profile soon after you apply for a job. And then based on the postings and so on, they decide on who you are before you go for an interview. And also LinkedIn, through the LinkedIn profile, also they are doing the recruitments. You know it, yeah, globally and locally. And the interview preparation and the mock interview. So prior to the career fairs, we are conducting a series of workshops where can prepare the students how to face a good interview with the industry because the industry people, they come and they do the real interviews. So that you need to prepare your CV and also you need to prepare yourself because you have to groom well. So we give all the guidance through these workshops. And also, last but not least, but this is also important, higher studies and scholarship opportunities. What are the available opportunities once you graduate? So we are working with the German embassy and also British and also the US. So they are working, they are conducting workshops at the same time they show us what are the available opportunities. So some examples of, I mentioned that we had the business idea pitching competition. So we got support from Dialogue. So they provided the auditorium and also this was an inter-university event. And we awarded cash prizes for that as well. So you can see the photos. So the students got a real opportunity where they can pitch their ideas. That was a very good event. So she was from the Open University. She was also from textile, I think you know her. Yeah, she's from the agriculture. And he's from the natural sciences. So he's doing a very good business. She's doing like sewing and knitting and all everything. So she's also having a business. She's a teacher at the same time. She's doing agriculture business. She's having a plant house and then so they're earning. They're very good examples. So this is an event that we try to identify our alumni, like OUSL alumni who are having like entrepreneurship activities, like the businesses and so on. So we call applications from the alumni and then we had this event parallel to that event. And this is where we had the entrepreneurship day. So that was conducted and then we gave the opportunity for the students to come up with their products and then give the opportunity to sell them and earn some income. Yeah. So again, we had a panel discussion and then we developed a series of knowledge sharing video series. If you want to become an entrepreneur, what you should do and how to change your mind and so on. What are the opportunities? This is the very good example that I told that they were really interested about our textile students. They really wanted to, after the career fair, they wanted to have a separate day to recruit our students, internships and also the job opportunities. Not only in the textile, but also in these fields, mechanical engineering and so on. Oh, this was another workshop conducted by SESTA. So they also had a cash prize. So this was 1 million rupees for preparing an advertisement for SESTA. So they gave the banners and how we can make the videos and so on. So these are the general monthly workshop that we conduct, CV writing. And this was with the US Embassy recruitments. So we had this in Canada Regional Center, I think in Haddon as well, Haddon also. So this is again in the Badulla, same event in different regional centers. And this is the career fair. So we had this in 2023 and then 2025. So, and also we have the Alumni Association established for the OUSL. And this is where you also can join. So Captura, that is a University Photographic Society. This is under career guidance unit. So you need to have new members so that you can apply. And then we have a Young Inventors Club. So this was registered under the ministry, and also this was introduced by Sri Lanka Inventors Commission. So they have a funding scheme for the students where if you are coming with a new invention, so that you can apply for a patent. At the same time, if you want to develop a new product, they have like 50,000 like it. They give the money so that you can do whatever you want in the product development for the inventions. So annually, then if there are more inventions coming, then we can request for more money. This is Young Inventors Club. So this is another event with the US Embassy. It's called ASBUS Mobile American Space. So they focus on developing the soft skills. So they dropped it every university, and they had like 2-day event. So they brought these cameras and so on, so that and then this was the most recent event that we had. So with the British Council. So to become a youth climate ambassador, so they also provided some financial support for the students to carry out like 3 months period project. So each group got like 50,000 rupees. So they carry out a real project, and they learn about the financial management. And finally, who completed this, so they became the youth climate ambassador. So in future, they can work on other different projects so that they have the link with the British Council. So I had a recent discussion with the British Council. So after completing this one, so they want to focus more on the entrepreneurial activities this year. So they will probably come up with a new project with the financial support. So maybe you can get the benefit of that. They are interested to work with the Open University. So, and this is again a hackathon event. So this was conducted with the SLAS. So there were cash prizes involved. So it was like 24-hour inter-university hackathon. So all the universities like Jaffna and other remote university students participated, and they spent the overnight here. And then we gave a task for them to work on the poverty and come up with sustainable solutions. So they worked for 24 hours and they pitched it. And then they got the cash prizes as well. This is an exhibition. So AI Expo, so our students got free opportunity to participate in this. So they provided transportation to and for them. And so other than that, we do some fun activities, I would say. Call it university social responsibility, but it's more or less like to work in teams and engage with other students. So that other faculty students are also coming. So we did some beach cleanup with other organizations outside. So this is it. And just some dancel and so on. So this. So just come and join so you can enjoy this. And then the tree planting program. So this was funded by the Bank of Siva. So we went to a school in a rural area and then did this awareness. And this is again dancel. And the blood donation campaigns we do. And this year career fair, what we did. So, yeah. Again, the career fair captures for other companies participated. So usually we get like 20-25 companies, but we don't have much space to allocate, so that we limit it to like 23-35. And these are the workshops that I mentioned. So effective negotiation and persuasion skills, like how can you transfer or transition from the academic into professional leadership skills and teamwork. And then how to succeed at your next interview. And then how to create your LinkedIn profile and keep it up to date. And the global employability skills for career success. So there are 10 global employability skills nowadays. Just Google it and find. Well, this is another innovation idea pitching competition that we had in February, I think, for climate. So we focused on the climate change and then asked the students to pitch on their different projects. And then we gave the cash prizes. So this was with the British Council and another 2 organizations in this class. This is a Youth Climate Ambassador program. So there were selected six selected universities. So USL was number 1 of them. and they had this final pitching competition there. So these are the 3 projects that they did for the climate ambassador program. So biogas fabrication of the repairing of the biogas unit that is there in the university. And this is an IoT-based smart irrigation project that I was talking. And then they wanted to have butterfly garden, some students, social science students. So, and then this is another workshop. So AI-driven job market. He was an alumni of OUSL and he was willing to support our students. So he gave internship opportunities at the same time he did some workshops. So this is again another one. So youth-based climate, circular economy innovations and green infrastructure. So this is with the GIZ and the AGC. So this one was on 6th of April. So that was about the higher education opportunities. What are the scholarships available in Germany and what are the exchange programs available and grants available. So if you want to join the career guidance unit, I have not included, but you can search and find the OUSF CGU Facebook and the LinkedIn page is there. And also we had the job portal, but right now don't search for it because it's inactive because they want to revamp the website and then they have still not installed this one. But it was a project that was conducted by the students like you, undergraduate students, software engineering students. They came up with a job portal and it was really active. So all the companies, they publish their job opportunities like in the top job was same like that page. So up to date, you can find the jobs and then for the internships also, you can apply on that. That's for free. So this is again the last activity I would say. If you are still motivated, we can do this one. So I want individually all of you to develop your career pathway habits. Earlier, you focus on different fields that you can work. Now, this is for you to work just to develop a canvas on the career pathway for you. So you can mention about your degree, what is your preferred pathway, and then technical skills that are needed for that, and then the soft skills needed for that. What are the certifications or the tools available or required for that? Internships or projects that is required for you. And you have to prepare for the next month's like action plan. What you will do in the next 12 months. Shall we do it? Like 5 minutes time? We still have 20 minutes. If you want, you can have a break. You can improve it, but just take 5 minutes and do it. I'll show you some examples and I'll share the presentation. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm not. Yes. Stay right. I'll just show you the examples, okay? So same example, so agricultural engineering. So my degree would be agricultural engineering, and my pathway I select is agriculture technology and the sustainable farm. Okay. So what are the technical skills that is required? So I need the knowledge on irrigation and the water management, and then I would need to know about the soil and what are the available crop systems, and then the GIS and remote sensing, because I want to plan for the sustainable farming and use technology. And the soft skills, so communication with the stakeholders. So I may have to talk with the companies, maybe I want to talk to industry and get the support when I want to select the technology, and also I have to select farmers and talk to them because I want to transfer this technology to the farmers. So I need the communication skill, and then the problem solving. So how to come up with a good irrigation system. So I need to know the knowledge. I need to have the knowledge on the problem solving, and then the adaptability. So what are the tools or the certifications that I require? So I need to learn about the GIS software, maybe the QGIS or ArcGIS, or as IoT sensors, or basic knowledge on the sensors, and the Excel and the data analysis software. And the internships or the project that I can work. So agri-tech companies, sorry. And the irrigation and government projects might be there, and then the smart farming projects. So I have just listed some activities where you can embed into a 12-month plan. So learn precision agriculture tools, and then the joint sustainability project and apply for agri-tech internship. So this is my plan. So maybe you can expand and then write it. Maybe 3 months project or something like that. Yeah. Then the mechatronics engineering. So this is not going to be the exact thing that you are going to write, but I just wanted to show you how you can write it or develop. Mechatronics engineering, so your degree will be mechatronics engineering, and your pathway that you select is robotic and automation. Technical skills, so you need to learn about the embedded systems, robotics and the control systems, and PLC programming. Soft skills, again, creativity, analytical thinking, and the teamwork, because you can't work alone in this field. You need to learn about the teamwork. And the tools and certification, maybe you need to learn about the basics of the Arduino or the Raspberry Pi, Python, MATLAB, and PLC basics on. And the internship for the projects, these kind of projects, and then the 12-month plan. You don't have to stick to only to this, but you can expand. And the mechanical engineering. So the selected pathway is renewable energy. And the technical skills, you need to learn about the thermodynamics, heat transfer, CAD design. So the soft skills are like problem solving, teamwork, time management, tools and certifications, AutoCAD, SolidWorks, MATLAB, and so on. Yeah. Now you can do. So this is civil engineering. So the civil engineer, he doesn't want, he want to specialize on the sustainable construction. So the technical skills, structure, design, surveying, construction materials. Soft skills, again, the leadership, communication, and decision making. Tools, you need to learn about the AutoCAD or Revit or BIM tools and the quantity surveying basics. So you can think of different projects or the internships, maybe the green building project or the construction company, and then you can decide on the 12-month plan. This is again electrical engineering, power systems, and renewable energy. You can see what kind of certification tools are required with the computer engineer. So I'll share this with you. And then this is sustainable, the textile and the pearl technology, where you want to focus on the sustainable fashion industry. You need to learn the basic of the technical skills about the fabrics, production systems, quality control, and so on. And then what are the available tools? And the mathematics and philosophy. Those are the areas that you can specialize in the Open University, though that's why I selected those areas. So at the beginning, I think I mentioned where you can improve your skills. So Google skills certification or upskilling is there. I don't remember exact word. So just Google it and see. They have a set of courses where you can improve your soft skills, and these certifications are very much valid internationally, globally. So they recruit if you have earned some certifications from the Google. So they are highly recruiting, like. Yeah. And the Coursera Future Learn online platforms, because they are having the microcredit based courses. So you learn like chunks of the credits, like 0.5 credits, something like that. And whatever the areas important for you, maybe the soft skills, hard skills, you can learn. Search for the courses that you want. Maybe statistics, you don't know anything about statistics. There are some small courses there. Coursera, Future Learn, and other platforms. You can learn for free. And then the World Economic Forum, Coursera reports on the global skills. So this is what I extracted most of the information. So just keep an eye on this and then keep yourself updated. What are the trending job opportunities in the coming 5 to 10 years? And currently, this is again something related to us. So we are developing a microcredit based course under the career guidance unit. So this is named as a global employability skills and the leadership program. So this is like as a supplementary certificate to your degree certificate. So this is what we plan to do. So when you get the degree certificate, you can follow this course. It's a very small course, like 2-credit course. But we will give all the knowledge on the global employability skills and the leadership. So we are developing this course together with the industry. So we get the industry support, and they are contributing us to develop the entire course. And the accreditation part also, we are getting it done by the industry. So that, and next step, ultimate plan is like to get the international accreditation, so that all the students who are carrying this supplementary certificate, so when they go for an interview, they will be recognized and they will get like, they are having higher chance of getting recruited. So along with your degree certificate, where you carry all the hard skills, we are trying to give this soft skills certificate. So this is actually practicing in other countries like Australia, they are doing it. So like 3-star, 5-star, something like that, gold, silver, different other names. So they are having a higher chance of getting selected for the jobs because they know that along with your degree, they are having the soft skills required, like teamwork and so on, presentation skills. Because we are having an evaluation system as well. So this evaluation part will be done by the industry. We are not involving in that, but this will be offered not only to the OSL, but to the other university students as well. So this is currently under the development. So I think that's pretty much of it. So if you want to contact me, you can contact. There's a general line and then extension. You can write an email to me as well. So that's it. Thank you very much. So if you have any questions, anything you can ask. I'll share this with you. Dr. Gilly, and she will share this presentation with you.
Also, we have the recording.
Yes.
We can,
Yeah. Okay.
we can do it. Yeah, try to do that.
All right. How whatever.
Thing, no?
Okay. You put the recording there. Huh? Okay. Sure. I'll share it. Yeah. Okay. Then. Thank you.
That program that says it's on skill.
Yes.
You need the one. Yeah, you
Oh, yes. We are planning to open it annually. Whenever you get the degree certificate, along with that, you have to follow the course. It's 2 credit. And then we take the supplement. Evaluation part is also done by other industry.
after the degree, only they can have that.
So before, yeah, they can follow the course freely. Like their pace, and then they can like Graduation.
Still in under construction.
Yeah, we have completed the structure. Now we have to prepare the videos and everything, right? Will be available online. Another platform is listed. Yes, Vice Chancellor wants me to do it earlier this year. We see our progress. All the questions? Thank you very much.